It's 10 minutes to curtain. Okay, so I'm not a vampire, but here's a look at the special effects in our bloody production of Dracula.
I'm Geoffrey Kent, the fight director for the Denver Center Theater Company. You're joining me backstage here at the Denver Center at the Wig Shop. We're going to talk a little bit today about the blood and violence in the Denver Center's production of Dracula. When they selected the play, one of the first questions you have to say is not, is there blood, but how much blood will there be?
Your blood is in my veins.
And as we've developed it over pre-production and then into rehearsal, we've kind of selected places in the show where we need the blood, and then each has its own specific challenges. Now, the first is what kind of blood are we going to put in their mouths? Because obviously there's a lot of biting and feeding on one another with Dracula. Frequently, you'll find professional theaters use something like this, Ben Nye stage blood. My favorite part is the line underneath that, zesty mint flavor. Bacon flavor is forthcoming, I'm sure. Now, once we've decided what kind of blood, then we have to look at the different ways we're going to get that on stage. And the most common way to do that is some form of blood bag. So we do mouth blood for that. Mouth blood comes in very small bags, like such. Yeah. We take sandwich bags, like the cheapest as possible, because you want them to break. Ziplocs don't want to break. And we use a syringe. We load it up with a little bit of stage blood. Gross. Is it weird that I find stage blood gross? So minty. The reason we use a syringe is it allows us to make them the exact same every night. So every audience gets the same volume, and some of them aren't over the top or too big. Twist it down like so, tie it off in a knot, sometimes using a little string to secure that knot, and look like this when they're finished. Second, we have to figure out how to get that to the actor. And in some cases, we can have the actor palm it like so, and they can bring it to their own mouth. And in some cases, it's just tucked back there in the corner and then brought forth when it's needed. So mouth blood. Now, that's not the only blood we use in the show. Sometimes we use something along this, which is called clotted blood, which is more like a makeup blood. As you can see, it's really thick. This is not an edible blood, so we're not going to put this in our mouth. It'll stay on the wound and catch the light and look hopefully quite gross. We also sometimes take the blood and cut it with water so that it'll spray a little bit further. Using lights and such, we can splash that on the color. You get a nice splash in the air. It gets a nice cringe from the audience, but it's a lot easier to clean up than stage blood, which covers everything.
I am the blood. Come to me, my love.
So when doing a production of Dracula, one of the most important questions is how are we going to stake the vampires? A special problem, because obviously we need to be able to do this realistically for the audience and keep it safe for the actors. So our props team, Robin and her props department, created this awesome collapsible stake, as well as this mallet, which is really lightweight and very safe for our actors to swing around. But a problem was then it sounded kind of foamy, so they faced it with a little bit of wood on the side. So we get a crack here, but it's a really lightweight mallet and easy to swing. So when the stake is placed against the actor and smacked with the hammer, driving the stake, in my case, into my leg, which, by the way, won't kill a vampire. We get a great look without any damage to the actor. And the way we do that was a little bit of a telescoping stake that the prop shop made out of PVC and wood with a magnet on the tip, which joins with a magnet plate hidden in the costume. So that's a little insight on some of our basic effects in Dracula. There's a lot more. Hope you get to come down and get a chance to see it.
Thanks to Jeff for that insightful look into how to kill a vampire. That's all for now. Check out more episodes at denvercenter.org/10minutes, and I'll see you in the theater.